direction of the wind is the key to the assault on the fires. With the wind pushing the heat away, bulldozers can move water pipes and monitor sheds to within nozzle range of the fire. Staying upwind with the 2,000-degree heat is a matter of life and death. But even here, you'll sweat a quart an hour, and 12 hours is an average day. When the water lines are ready, the team will cool the superheated ground between them and the fire they've nicknamed Rita. The firefighter's toolbox stands by, with 8 heavy equipment operators to support the 4 professional firefighters who make up the core of each team.
Morning.
Morning, I got some good news for you. Old Lebo and Angie had a baby boy.
All right.
All right. Give it another firefighter.
I mean to tell you.
Looks like you got everything right here, the dirt work, the water. You gonna dig with your backhoe?
I'll fix work on the backside. We've got a drain cut, but we're gonna work in on it a little more. And we'll work on some of those big coke pile in the back on the rig.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out here as hot as it is, go check on Paul. I'll be back in a little while.
Okay, Joe.
Okay, Biggin.
The attack begins with a barrel of C4 plastic explosive. Unburned oil is solidified, building up a hard cap of coke over the wellhead. The C4 will blast it apart.
If people would just think of explosives as an expedient tool, it does a lot of work, it has a lot of energy in it, and it's instantaneous. And it's pretty safe. I've never had an accident in 35 years. Of course, we're violating every safety regulation ever written when we use explosives in the fire, you know, and the heat and everything, but it's just one of those things that another way to do it.
A constant stream of water keeps men from collapsing and machines from melting. Everything that might reignite and extinguish fire must be pulled away. Only when you've completely cleared the ground around the exposed wellhead can you decide how to attack the fire itself. Every fire has its own personality and requires its own approach. This fire won't stay out. Time for the stinger. Its hollow steel spike is forced down the throat of the well. Then heavy mud is pumped in to choke off the oil supply. Its simplicity makes the stinger a favorite technique, but it's only one of many. At George Hill's fire, the heat is so intense that the men can't work near it. A hollow steel venturi tube will lift the flame up and away from the men and machines.
If it's a 30-foot tube, it'll roughly move your radiant heat circle back 50 to 70 feet. I mean, it creates a low pressure at the base of that tube. It's unbelievable. I mean, it'll take your gloves off your hand. You've got to be careful. It'll suck your heart out.
George has decided on an exacting technique. He'll try putting out the fire by maneuvering the venturi tube.
If you got a real hard crosswind, the way it works better. We tried it on this one twice yesterday, and we never could get it to work. This morning would be a good time to try it.
Hoses soak the oil at the top of the tube, forcing the flame downwind. Water aimed at the base is sucked up with the oil, reducing its flammability. Tilting the tube can separate fuel from flame for a split second. Now is the time of greatest danger. A steady downpour of oil turns the whole area into a huge torch, waiting for a match.
The reignition of that fire, when you're not prepared for it, is probably the most difficult thing to deal with. It comes so fast, you don't have any warning. And your personnel are very likely to just go up just as quick as that well does.
Oil is way hot.
Flames engulfed a Romanian team in a situation like this. Natural gas had built up around them when the well flashed. At this wellhead, a diverter tube draws the gas away.
North, watch that wind.
Like oil-soaked shorebirds, human beings can overheat when their pores are clogged. You can pass out without warning. You're trusting your life to the men around you. But when the wind dies and the site fills with oil and gas, all you can do is pull back and wait until the weather improves.
Today, I saw the sunrise for the first time. We took pictures, and it's the first time any of us had seen the sun since before this started.
Don't worry.